I think we're live. Good morning. It is Stampin' Thursday, and I'm going to move this up just a little bit. There we go. I don't know if that did any good or not. So, I am so glad you're here, and I'm glad to be here. I look forward to Thursday mornings. I think all week about what can I do? What can I do? What will they like? What will be interesting? But today is the first Thursday of the month, and that's when I introduce to you the monthly stamp club. And this month, April's monthly stamp club features Petal Park, the Petal Park bundle. And that is in the mini catalog, but it's also in the new catalog. And that new catalog, you should be receiving your new catalog if you have requested one. If you're one of my clients, one of the people that are in my group, and you don't get a catalog, or if you haven't purchased in the last, I sent one to everybody who's purchased something in the last 6 months. So if you don't get one and you want one, let me know, and I will get one to you. I would love to get one to you. So I got mine in the mail yesterday, and it was so much fun to have it actually paper in hand. Now, I know some of you younger gals, you are all about digital, and I get that. I'm not. I like to have it in hand. I like to be able to check things off. So I was really excited to get mine, and I think you'll be excited to see yours too. So let's get back to the monthly stamp club, though. I do want to remind you that I do a Facebook Live every Thursday morning at 10 o'clock. So I hope you'll join in. If you're watching live, and I would love for you to watch live. There's just something about that interaction there. I know a lot of you watch the YouTube video. I know you do. And I thank you for that. Thank you so much. But I would love it if you would give the live a try. 10 o'clock Central Time on Thursday mornings. I would love to see you. And if you do, be sure and holler at me so I know you're there. All right. I think that's all I have to say. And we're going to get right to the stamp club for this month, April. Petal Park. All right, I'm going to put the camera down. I have to twist it and put it down. So, hang on. Here we go. Yay. All right. So, you can see this. This tells you about the monthly stamp club. Hi, Kay. I'm glad you're here. All right, here we go. So, the monthly stamp club is $35. It includes 8 card kits, 2 each of 4 designs, and you'll see those today. The envelopes, a PDF tutorial with photos, and I'll email that to you. And $20 to $25 in free coordinating products. So you have to RSVP and pay me by the 10th of the month, and you will get your kits either porch pickup or in the mail by the 25th, or I send it out on the 25th of the month. I'll mail it to you, and if it needs to be mailed, you'll need to include an extra $10 for that. So I need to tell you that the featured bundle will not be included in the kit. So if you want that, you can add it on, and I'll pay the shipping and the tax. You add it on at the catalog price, and I'll pay the shipping and the tax. Or hopefully you already have it, but if not, you can substitute one. If you decide not to buy it, you can substitute one. I will tell you that this month's club, the cards do involve a lot of stamping, and I try not to do that so that you can substitute, and I'm sure you can substitute small flowers, something you already have, with small flowers. But just to warn you, this kit does involve more stamping than normal, and you'll see why. But so I encourage you to get this set. All right, so here we go. Petal Park. First of all, let me show it to you. I'm not sure why I'm not. Okay. This is in the mini catalog. I can't show you in the new catalog yet because I can't show you the inside of the catalog. But this is it in the mini catalog. The Petal Park stamps, and then obviously some samples, some card samples. This bundle comes with a punch. And the stamps are perfectly lined up to work with the punch. And we're going to talk about that. I actually did a video, it's not been too long ago, several weeks ago, demonstrating, but we're going to do it again today. So the Petal Park bundle is $37.75. All right, that's it, Petal Park. And here we are. So, and this is also a two-step stamp kit. So you have your outline stamp, and then you have your shading stamp. Same with the leaves. You have your outline stamp, and you have your shading stamp. Then you've got some single leaves where you have the outline and the shading, and you've got a little bundle of flowers with the outline and the shading. You also have one of these little things, little viney things. You have the outline and the shading for that. So any of these can be used individually. And you'll see on some of my cards, I've used just the outline. And maybe some of them, I can't remember now. No, there's not any. But you could just use the shading as well. All right, here is obviously the stamps, and I keep my extras. So they're in here too. So let me move those aside. Let's get busy with this. Oh, all right. So for the monthly stamp club this month, your $20 to $25 bundle is going to include a package of solid faceted gems, and some of these will be used on your cards as well, but you get the whole package. And you get a whole package of the Regency Park Designer Series paper. And this paper is so bright and colorful. It has so many wonderful colors in it. Let me see. Let me tell you the colors that are in this pack of paper. Balmy Blue, Mango Melody, Night of Navy, Petal Pink, Shaded Spruce, and Sweet Sorbet. So those are the colors, and you get 48 sheets of this Designer Series paper. Here's the front side, and some of the flowers can be cut with the punch. Now, not all of them, but like these can be. On that page, they can be cut with the punch. And on this page, they can be cut with the punch. Like I said, not all of them, but a lot of them. Now, I'm trying to keep this in my hand so that I can turn it over. And, whoops, well, here we go. Let me stick these back under my thumb. Spread. Now, let me show you the back sides. And look at these wonderful patterned sheets. You've got stripes and dots and flowers, and you've got some more masculine looking papers. So yeah, I think you're going to enjoy this pack of paper. Put that there so you can see all of it and all of the colors. And then here we go on this side. All right, so you will receive a full pack of this paper and the solid faceted gems. All right, now for the cards. Here are the cards that you will make in your bundle, in your monthly stamp kit. So this is the first one, and this is focusing on the Sweet Sorbet. Love that color. Love it. And for your frames, these will be included in your kit. I did use the Stylish Shapes, but I will include those in your kit in case you don't have the Stylish Shapes. And the way we do that, let me show you. I use the smallest and the next to the smallest. So here is that set. Oh, and the next one. The 3 smallest. So for the smallest one, I put these together on my cut machine, my cut and emboss machine, and space them there so that it will cut a frame. And I tape those down and run them through twice because I want to make this a little thicker. So I ran it through twice, made two separate cuts with these. And then I put the smallest one aside and used these two together to form this frame. And I ran it through twice. I cut 2 of these. So you'll receive 2 of the small ones and 2 of the larger ones in your club kit. And then I glued those together and I put dimensionals under them and they pop up wonderfully like a frame. So I also used the gingham embossing folder. And what I'm going to do is I'm not going to emboss it. You have to stamp your sentiment. Whatever you have, if you don't have Petal Park, then you just want to stamp some flowers and some leaves and run it through with any embossing folder that you have. But you've got to do your stamping first. Now, not all of these flowers are stamped, of course, on the main sheet. Some of them are stamped on white, basic white cardstock and punched out with your punch. So they're just scattered around, and that's what you will do. All right, so there's that one. And then there's the petal pink one, petal pink and black and white. Isn't that pretty? So again, these flowers are stamped and punched out with our punch. And these are with another set, and I will include them, the branches. I will include them in your kit. But you will need to, if you don't have Petal Park, you will need to find some flowers, a small flower die and stamp, and you will get this already cut. You will get the ribbon. You will get the sentiment mat, but you use your own sentiment. All right? And then the inside, I had a little bit of flour left over, so I just glued it in there. All right, well, we'll leave these out. Third is our Night of Navy and Balmy Blue. Night of Navy and Balmy Blue and Mint Macaron. I'm so sad to see Mint Macaron go away. I'm really sad about that. I use it a lot for my green because, I don't know, it's just got a little bit of blue in it, just a little bit, and I like it. Anyway, this one uses a technique that I showed on a recent video about tips and techniques, and this is the scoring. And you will score this 3 times. Let's see. Not sure. Let me turn. Well, I'm not sure that. Yeah, you can you see the scoring? Let me get a light over here. Maybe that'll help. Now, there. It is there. Well, right in there somewhere. You can see it. But it is scored 3 times, about a half an inch apart. And you cover up most of it, but what is left really adds to the card. So you will receive all of this. These are just punched, and so you'll receive those. Anything that's not stamped, you will receive. All right. And lastly is our Orchid Oasis. And, what is that color? The Parakeet Party. Orchid Oasis and Parakeet Party. And this is using a technique that I saw on YouTube just recently. And it is a masking technique. And I think it was Leanne Graff maybe that did it. So I'm gonna show you that today. I just thought it looked so pretty. I love the way it fades into white. So I decided to use it on one of these cards and demo it to you so that you would be able to do it as well. And then the inside, this is the Trio Punch, which is no longer available. But there is a new one out, one that I think became available last year. And just something to enhance the corners. And then I stamped a couple of flowers too. All right. So those are your 4 card kits. And like I said, you will receive everything except the stamping. Everything except the stamping. And on this card and this card, the solid faceted gems are used. All right. And 2 of these cards, I think it's just 2, use the Regency Park. I don't remember. That one may be in there too. No, but you know what? There is one in there that would work beautifully. So, anyway, you'll get that paper in your kit. So let's go. We're going to do this card together. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Let's see. Okay. All right. So we're going to use a starry Orchid Oasis base. And I'm going to go ahead and fold it and burnish it. Okay. And this is our card front, basic white, 4 by 5 1/4, and you'll also get another piece of basic white for the inside. And I'm going to set it over here though. And then you're going to need just a scrap of white to punch the flowers out of. We'll use that in a minute, but we're going to go ahead right now and do the masking. And also you'll need a blending brush for this, or your dauber will work for this as well. So these are just Post-it notes, and I just want to block off a portion, just a small strip, and I had to extend with another Post-it because this one wasn't quite long enough. So I'm going to move it over just a little bit more, and you can do it wherever you want it, and make as much of it as you want blended. All right. I think what I'm going to do is put the Post-it along the bottom, right below the bottom, so that I can judge how straight I am, because I have trouble getting things straight. Do you have trouble getting things straight? I have a lot of trouble with that. So now I know for sure that this is straight. All right, and this one then we're going to put right here. Now I know that that one's straight, and I'm actually going to put this on top of it. Line it up with the edge. Let me look at it head on. No, I think this needs to come this way just a little bit. So I'm going to make sure by measuring it. So this is, I really want it to be about 1 1/4. So I'm going to move it over just a little bit. That's just a tad beyond 1 1/4. Just a tad. It's 1 1/2, 3/8. Let's see. 1 3/8. And 1 3/8. I'll move this one just a fraction. One 3/8. All right. So that is about as straight and as even as we're going to get it. Now I'm going to get my blue blending brush, and I'm going to use the Orchid Oasis. And I'm going to bring in a piece of scrap paper. I keep my scrap paper when we print, when we misprint, I keep the scrap paper so that I can, I just stuck my hand in the ink. Wouldn't you know? Wouldn't you know? All right. So now we're ready to blend. So when I ink it, I put my finger right on this so that I don't, I don't want to take a chance on breaking this. So I put my finger right on it, and I just take it around. Now when I blend, I start off of I don't start where I'm blending. I start off of it and move in. And this is a process that just takes a little bit of time. Start off. You can make it as dark or as light as you want it to be. And I fade out as I come to the center. Now I'm going to do the other side, but you know what? I do better this direction. So I'm just going to do this, and I'm going to hold it down and start on this side. I like that. I could make it a little darker right here on the edge. But all right, I think that's it. Get the excess off my blending brush while I've got it here. And close up my ink. Actually, we're going to stamp the sentiment in the same ink. All right, I'm going to set this aside. All right, isn't that pretty? You see how it fades into the center. And I saw my sentiment stamp. I think it got pushed off to the other side of my table. All right, now, all right, feel better real soon. And we want to all right, I think I've got it on. I'm going to stamp it right here. There we go. Feel better real soon. All right, and the only other stamping on the card front that we need to do is with the Parakeet Party and the I'm looking for it. There it is. Let me get a little bitty. And I think I told you on one of the videos that you want to use the smallest block possible. And this is the smallest block we have. So, all right. This is going to take off right above . And I turn it, and I stamp it again, and I turn it again, and stamp it. I don't want it to look uniform, so I keep turning it. All right, I think we've got that, and then we're going to do it down here a little bit. Right here. And right there. I think I need one more. Right there. All right. Got that done. Put this stamp away. This is your little splatter stamp. It's a little one. Some stamp sets have really big ones. This one has a little bitty one. All right. Now, we're done with our stamping on the card front itself. So we're going to go ahead and adhere that. I sat right here and didn't use my mat. I have my mat out, my foam Stampin' Up mat to use under under my photopolymer stamps. But I guess it was just the splatter stamp, so we'll get it out here in a minute. Oops. Don't do that. All right, we're going to go ahead and put it on. All right, now we're going to stamp. So we're set this aside, and now we're going to stamp our flowers. Now, we need a block about this size for our flowers, and we're going to do the outline first. And, oh, you know, those are stamped on the front, too. I don't know what I'm thinking. So, let me get my mat. And put it on the mat. The flower, we want to use a template, and all I did was use my punch, and I punched a piece of white cardstock. So now I have a template to help me make sure that I get these in right. And now, if it doesn't go in, then you know something's upside down. All right, so I want to make sure they're lined up, and then I'll pick them up with my block. All right, and we're going to stamp them this way first. Let me get my Orchid Oasis out again. Put it right here. Ink up my stamps. You would probably want to do this before you glue it down. I just lost track. All right, here we go. I'll stamp it the first time. Get a good image. Isn't that pretty? And this time we're going to rotate it and do this one this way. And then I'm going to have to take my scrap of paper and put it right here since we went ahead and glued it down. And I just want the two smaller ones for this one. So I'll ink those up. And I'm going to stamp them. Actually, it's just the smaller one. There we go. Stamped it off. All right. Clean my flower stamp. Now we want to, now that is all of the stamping on that sheet. So now we're going to take this and we want to punch out one set of flowers. So the punch, we'll punch it this way. So we want the flower down, and we're going to put it in like this. So we're going to put it on this edge over here. And these are doubled. Well, no, these are not. These are on top of the stamp that is the same size. They look doubled. Some of them you'll see, some of the set cards are doubled. They're actually, you actually build the flower up. I'm trying to get this stamp clean. There. All right. Put this ink away. Get our punch. Now I know what I'm going to have to do is trim this right here, or it won't go through the punch. I know that already. And I'm going to have to trim this. I'm going to leave this so I have a handle. Okay, and now we're going to line it up. And because we used the template, it should line up perfectly. Here are. All right, and so on our card front, well, let's go on and do our leaves. I didn't do our leaves that time because they're going to be different. So now I'm going to a different color. Use my Parakeet Party. And I'm just going to put my leaf stamp. And I'm just going to use the outline for this one. I'll put it on the small block because that's all I need. And I'll be able to send this through like this. Maybe this side. So I'm going to do it like this. And I want 3 of them. I'm not sure I can get 3 on here. 1. Sorry. 2. Yeah, maybe I can. 3. We'll see if that one works. All right. Now we're going to punch. Yeah, I'm going to have to cut this off. I'm going to have to do another leaf somewhere else on another piece of scrap because I have to be able to turn it. There. One. 2. Let's see. Where else can I do a leaf on my template since I don't need it again? And I'll do it right here. See if I can get that one in there without having to trim. Yeah. Let's go cut flowers, but that's okay. All we want is the leaf. All right, here we go. Now we're ready to build our card with our flowers and leaves. So I just did 1 flower here. I've had it open so it's not as burnished as it was. So I'm going to take my flower, bend my leaves up. I just lost my... All right. Bend my leaves up. For some reason, well, all right, and get my dimensionals. Put a dimensional on the back. My computer froze, so I can't see whether you can see this or not, but I'm assuming you can. All right, and I'm going to put it right here, and I'm going to turn it a little bit. I'm trying again. There. Now I was able to refresh. And hopefully it'll do that. And we've got that one. And then I'm going to put this one right here. Looks like it's not in exactly the same spot, but it's close enough. Bend my leaves up a little bit. I'm going to use a mini dimensional on this one. Right in the center. I'm going to rotate it right there. And now for our leaves. I'm going to bend the leaf up just a little bit. Get my glue. Whoa. I just washed the top of my glue and a drop of water dripped out. All right. This one's just going to stick in right there. And a couple of these down here on this one. Oh, I forgot to bend that one up. All right. A little bit of glue right there. Bend this one up. Actually, I put it up here, didn't I? But that's okay. Wherever you want it is where it's going to go. All right. And then we're going to use, on this one, I did use the 2022, 2024 in color dots because they just worked so well. So they will be included in your kit. I'm trying to get them out. They're stuck. Where are they stuck? Any other time, they would come right out. So I'm just going to tear it open. I'm getting my take a pick tool. And I'll just use the small ones. Put one in the middle of this one. My little computer just quit. Oh dear. One in the middle of this one. I don't know. And one in the middle of this one. All right, one in the middle of this one, and then I put one down here with the specks. And all we need now for the front is our Orchid Oasis twine, and I'm going to double it so that I can do a double bow. That's about long enough to. I'm going to go ahead and cut this end. And I'm just going to tie it as you would a single bow. Only you're doing it with double ribbon, double twine. Pull it. Make it smaller. Tighten it. Make it a little smaller. And I actually, so that both strands, I make one loop a little bit bigger than the other one, or make one a little smaller, whatever works. It's perfect. Trim, trim. We probably should trim it a little bit more. Trim, well, Deanna. Trim. And glue dot it down. Again, I'm trying to get my computer to come up, but it won't. All right. Get that glue dot off. We'll glue dot it right here. Separate those a little bit. All right. So now all we need is the inside. And I'm using, this one is retired, but like I say, there's another one out, another trio punch. Sorry, it's going to make noise and shake the camera probably. Let me do it. I was trying to do it where you could see it, and doing it on a foam mat is not the best thing in the world. One more. All right. So you'll have a little pile of stuff, but we'll just deal with that later. And I'm looking, yeah. I started saying I'm looking around for random pieces of random flowers, and I do have some. And I noticed one of these didn't punch out. All right. Get that in the center. And here's some random flowers I've got. So I'm just gonna, yeah, I think I'll stack them. And rotate them a little bit. Stick it round. Just use a little bit of my glue. Stick it right there. And we've got it. There we go. Our card, the inside. All right. I'm looking at this one thinking I used a little bit different color, and I'm not sure why, but you can see how it works either way. All right, so that card, let me get my junk out of the way here, and I'll show you all the cards. Here we go. That card, this card, and this card make up our monthly, April monthly Stamp to Go Club. So I hope that you will participate. I hope you'll want to get these kits. And if you don't have the Petal part, I hope you'll consider getting it. I cannot see your comments. My computer died. I'm not sure what happened over here, but that's just the way it goes on Facebook Live. So thank you for being here and watching. And if you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much. And please comment and let me know that you're watching. All right. God bless you. Bye-bye.